Hello everyone, this is NeoBlisseyX welcoming you to another attempt at the NeoBlisseyX versus Saturday Night Spectacular. A few minutes before this broadcast, I attempted another broadcast, but due to technical malfunctions, I had to abort and delete the initial attempt. Hopefully this attempt will go off without a hitch. I hope, if you get my drift. Anyway, now we got that out of the way. Tonight, we're going to be taking a behind-the-scenes look at NeoBlisseyX Versus by taking a look at the making of an episode of our new series, Starfleet Cinema. Now, for those unfamiliar, Starfleet Cinema is a new series on my channel that salutes Star Trek talent contributions to non-Star Trek media. And in this video, we'll take a look at the making of an episode. For the video we're going to be making in this episode, I'm spotlighting the 2022 Disney Plus movie Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. So let's see how things pan out this time. Anyway, the first part of the production process is writing the script. I have it right here, e2cndrr.odt. I have it opening up here on the side here because in a few moments I'm going to be recording a take of one of the narration. Now, as you can see, sometimes I have to use pictures from off of Wikipedia, and that requires me to credit the original uploader or creator of the picture, and you list the specific license under which these pictures can be used under different circumstances. And I usually put a link to the actual license on the description field of any video where I use pictures from Wikipedia. In the case of using pictures from other films and television shows, I give credit to the owner of the program in question and not implying any challenge to the ownership of that picture. You'll see in just a moment what I mean. Anyway, the next part of the process is acquiring the pictures and other material I use in these videos. To save a little time, I have already gotten all the pictures together that I need for this video. Now the next step is to record the audio of the narration. So let's first we have the script snapped here to the side here. And then we call up Audacity, which is a audio editing software I use to record my narrations and other voice work for this channel. I'm going to do a recording. Hopefully this recording will go off without a hitch and we'll be able to use this take in the finished video. Okay, we're going to be recording in 3, 2, 1, hushing. Born in Detroit, Michigan, United States on May 23, 1981, actor-comedian Tim Robinson provided the voices of Ensign Fletcher and a corrupted isolinear core in the first season Lower Decks episode Terminal Provocations. For Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Robinson provided the voice of Ugly Sonic, a failed toon actor who was a neighbor of Dale as a booth operator at a fan convention. The design of Ugly Sonic was derived from the original design for the title character of the video game Sonic the Hedgehog, as intended for the 2020 film adaptation. Following the release of the first trailer for the movie in April of 2019, I had a feeling I was going to screw up a take once in a while. Just delete that recording, take a sip to cool my throat and wet my whistle. Try again. 3, 2, 1, hushing. Born in Detroit, Michigan, United States on May 23, 1981, actor-comedian Tim Robinson provided the voices of Ensign Fletcher and a corrupted isolinear core in the first season Lower Decks episode Terminal Provocations. For Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Robinson provided the voice of Ugly Sonic, a failed toon actor who was a neighbor of Dale as a booth operator at a fan convention. The design of Ugly Sonic was derived from the original design for the title character of the video game Sonic the Hedgehog, as intended for the film adaptation. Following the release of the first trailer for the movie in April of 2019, fan backlash to the design was so severe that both Paramount Pictures, as the studio making the movie, and Sega Sammy Holdings, as the owner of the Sonic the Hedgehog property, delayed the film to March of 2020 in order to allow for a full redesign of the character, the recreation of already completed sequences, and the completion of unfinished scenes. Fun fact: Ugly Sonic was added to the story of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers as a replacement for another controversial CGI character, Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars prequel trilogy. At the request of Lucasfilm, the Rescue Rangers team replaced Binks with Ugly Sonic because of the criticism of the Jar Jar character going all the way back to the release of Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace in 1999. Criticism that allegedly almost led to Jar Jar actor Ahmed Best attempting to take himself to the Black Mountain, if you know what I mean. Now, for those who are wondering, Black Mountain is a term in Star Trek Lower Decks for the afterlife. The connotations of that line being, I think, a little obvious, so that's the last we'll say of that. Anyway, going back to Audacity here, I go back to the beginning of the track here, get a noise profile there, then do the full noise reduction on the full track. Then see if there's any noise on the beginning of the track here. Yeah, there is a little bit there, so I'm trying to find the exact section here. Born in Detroit, Michigan. I was just repeating the reduction process a little. There we go. Beginning of the track is all done. So I'm going to actually delete this front section here, leaving enough to for the transition, fading in and out of the pictures. See if there's any only a little bit there that I can easily snip. Okay, now we export the track. So that would be track 3, Tim Robinson. Now here's where things went south in my first attempt. I was attempting to load in the video editing program as I was on stream, and that kept freezing. So let's see. I've already got the editing software loaded up here. First thing I need to do, though, there are some templates that I've created in my video for the pictures I use. So to go into this folder here, go to must-haves for all weeks, select image guide.png. That's for supplemental images. Go full there. Zoom in on the numbers I got here. Go to image guide profile configuration 2. Zoom in on the numbers. Image guide profile. Zoom in there. And image guide solo. Actually, I don't think I need image guide solo, so we'll just back out of there. Now we'll go to the home section of the menu here. The software I'm using is called VideoPad by NCH Software. If you're watching this on demand, you'll see a link to NCH VideoPad in the description below. So I'm going to go into audio beds, select the track we just recorded, track 3, Tim Robinson. Zoom in on the Now, you'll notice I already have portions of the video already completed up to this point. So this is just a small section of the video editing process, but it's the same process throughout the entire video. So we put the audio track of the narration into the spot here. Now, usually there's a profile picture I use for the subject, but since I could not find any suitable images of Tim Robinson, the voice of Ugly Sonic, I have to use. Actually, I don't think I added the no image available, so I'm going to go into my must-haves for all weeks folder on here, and then select no image available.png. It's the Shadow Riders flag with the no image available. This video is being produced for the Void Armada, a Star Trek Online Armada I am affiliated with, but will still have the Shadow Riders iconography. Bebot, the leader of the Void, understands. Stretch the picture across the entire length of the track. Do a fade out effect at the end of the section. Then a fade in at the beginning of the section. Then go to click on the FX button here, select motion. Then use the profile statistics. That's negative 53.68 on the horizontal, 23.20 on the vertical, and 0.46 on scale. And then I do a text overlay for the credit here. Okay, since it's going to be the entire top section of the screen, go to font size 15. Then okay, put the name into position here. Click out of here to see where we go. We are. It's exactly where we need to be. So we do fade out at the end with the name graphic. And now first we do a text blurb with the birthplace information. So that would be Detroit, Michigan, United States. So go back down to font size 9. Okay. Oh, oops. Forgot caps lock was still on. May 1981. Put the text into position. Born in Detroit, Michigan, United States on May 23, 1981, actor-comedian Tim Robinson. Now that we got that out of the way, I set it so that when the name of the character is mentioned, I put their picture in the same place I just put the text. So let's go through to where I say Ugly Sonic. Actor-comedian Tim Robinson provided the voices of oh, this is the picture of Ensign Fletcher, the character Tim Robinson portrayed in the Lower Decks episode. So for this, we need the image guide over here. That would be, and then go to FX, select motion, and here we want 41.22 on the horizontal. 24.03 on the vertical, and 0.46 on the scale. And I also put a sound effect on this point, specifically the sound effect, the view screen turn on sound effect from the Next Generation. And then when the picture is supposed to disappear from the screen, I put the view screen off sound. So let's see how that goes, how that would look. Actor-comedian Tim Robinson provided the voices of Ensign Fletcher and a corrupted isolinear core in the first season Lower Decks episode Terminal Provocations. Let's readjust that here. Put the picture over. Zoom in so I can get the sound redone to the right place. Okay. For Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Robinson provided the voice of... This is where Ugly Sonic's picture is supposed to go. Okay. Again, we want 41.22 on the horizontal, 24.03 on the vertical, and 0.46 on the scale. Audio files. Put the view screen on sound here. Ugly Sonic, a failed toon actor who was a neighbor of Dale as a booth operator at a fan convention. View screen off sound here. The design of Ugly Sonic was derived from the original design for the title character of the video game Sonic the Hedgehog, as intended for the film adaptation. Following the release of the first trailer for the movie in April of 2019, fan backlash to the design was so severe that both Paramount Pictures... Now, I was able to find a picture of the original Ugly Sonic from that first trailer. Okay, now, again, we want 41.22 on the horizontal, 24.03 on the vertical, and 0.46 on the scale. Following the release of the first trailer for the movie in April of I think that's not where I'm supposed to put that. Sonic was derived from the original... It's supposed to go here where it says, where I say original design, so... The design of Ugly Sonic was derived from the original design for the title character of the video game Sonic the Hedgehog, as find where the... Ugly Sonic was added to the story of Chippendale Rescue Rangers as a replacement for another controversial CGI character. This is where... I don't think I ever got a picture of Jar Jar Binks. I'm going to see if I have it on my folder here. So far, so good! Okay. Starfleet Cinema. See if I have the Jar Jar Binks. Ah, here we go. And a picture of Ahmed Best for good measure. Okay, I got the pictures I need. Put the Jar Jar picture into the right position. Put the view screen on sound effect here. Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars prequel trilogy. At the request of Lucasfilm, the Rescue Rangers team replaced Binks with Ugly Sonic because of the criticism of the Jar Jar character going all the way back to the release of Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace in 1999. Let's fix that here to get the view screen off sound effect in a more opportune place. Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace in 1999. Criticism that allegedly almost led to Jar Jar actor Let's get the... I don't think we need the Ahmed Best picture here, so we'll just get rid of that. Led to Jar Jar actor Ahmed Best attempting to take himself to the Black Mountain, if you know what I mean. Now that's the same basic process of how I put a clip together for the video. Let's just watch. We'll watch, and I'll put the rest of the video together, and we'll see where things go. So, watch and learn. Okay, next up, we get to the next person here, Alan Oppenheimer. Okay, go there, go here. There's no better... Okay, so we'll just go use the pictures for Alan Oppenheimer in order. So, and in the third season's Star Trek Voyager episode Rise, Oppenheimer played an ambassador for an alien race. Sorry, I'm just focusing on getting this put together so as fast as possible. So, sorry, I'm just focusing on getting this done as fast as possible so I don't take up too much of your time. Okay. Alan Oppenheimer, New York City, New York, United States, 23 April 1930. Now we go back to the script for the birth date. It would be 23 April 1930. Born in New York City, New York, United States on April 23, 1930, veteran voice actor Alan Oppenheimer. Now let's see if the transitions to the pictures are the way they should be. In the sixth season Star Trek The Next Generation episode Rightful Heir. In the second season Star Trek Deep Space Nine finale episode The Jem'Hadar, he played Captain Past. And in the third season Oops! Forgot to resize the Nezu ambassador pictures. So, again, we want that to be minus 53.68 on the horizontal, 2320 on the vertical, and 0.46 on the scale. See how that works. Though certainly not the last. And in the third season Star Trek Voyager episode Rise, Oppenheimer played an ambassador for an alien race known as the Nezu, who enlists the help of Captain Janeway and the crew of the USS Voyager to prevent a cataclysmic asteroid collision on the Nezu homeworld. In Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Oppenheimer portrays the voices of which was originally produced by Filmation Associates, the studio behind the 1973-74 Star Trek The Animated Series. In one of the FanCon conventions, sorry if I'm boring you on this broadcast. I'm just inherent to the film's plot. Okay, so we're going over here. So 41.22 on the horizontal, 24.03 on the vertical, 0.46 on the scale. And since we want the sound effect here, we go back to the beginning of the clip. The person who voiced Skeletor in that production. 1985 animated series He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which was originally produced by Filmation Associates, the studio behind the 1973-74 Star Trek The Animated Series. All right. Should do it on Mr. Oppenheimer there. And then we move on to the last subject. So we go here. Animar and Regen. Part of this video was produced. Okay, we do the overlay here. Put this up to font size 15. There we go. Write BRI instead of BRY. Okay, again, we want the profile setting, so that's That's 53.68 on the horizontal, 23.20 on the vertical, and 0.46 on the scale. Let's see how that comes out. We're going to have to re-record the Brian Tyler one here, so we're going to go back into Audacity. Okay, now we got that taken care of, let's re-record the Brian Tyler section real quick. Born in Orange County, California, United States on May 8, 1972, composer Brian Tyler composed the scores for 2 second-season episodes of Star Trek Enterprise that coincidentally ended up airing within weeks of each other, Canamar and Regeneration. For the score of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Tyler was acclaimed for his inclusion of the original Rescue Rangers theme song by composer Mark Mueller and the classic Disney songs The Bare Necessities from 1967's The Jungle Book and You Can Fly from 1953's Peter Pan into his original compositions. Part of this video was produced live during the February 22nd, 2025 edition of the NeoBlisseyX vs. Saturday Night Spectacular, behind the scenes of NeoBlisseyX vs. The Making of Starfleet Cinema. You can find a link in the end cards or in the description field below this video. Until next time, here on Starfleet Cinema, this is NeoBlisseyX signing off. Take care and live long and prosper. Now we go through the sound, the noise reduction process. We have to get rid of the Brian Tyler bit here because it will be overwritten. There we go. The recording is all set. We save to override. Okay, go into the intro maker here. No, I need a little more there. I need NBXV Live. Then add the file from the Chip 'n Dale folder. So born in Orange County, California, United States on May 8, 1972. Born in Orange. Okay. Put this down to font size 9. Well, I need the script back up so I can get the date. 8 May 1972. Born in Orange County, California, United States on May 8, 1972, composer Brian Tyler composed the scores for 2 second-season episodes of Star Trek Enterprise that coincidentally ended up airing within weeks of each other: Canamar and Regeneration. For the score of Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Tyler was acclaimed for his inclusion of the original Rescue Rangers theme song by composer Mark Mueller and the classic Disney songs The Bare Necessities from 1967's The Jungle Book. That ought to do it. And one last bit here to advertise this live stream. Part of this video was produced live during the February 22nd, 2025 edition of the NeoBlisseyX vs. Saturday Night Spectacular, behind the scenes of NeoBlisseyX vs. the making of Starfleet Cinema. You can find a link in the end cards or in the description field below this video. Until next time, here on Starfleet Cinema, this is NeoBlisseyX signing off. Take care and live long and prosper. The final stage of the process is me simply typing up the credits with the appropriate image ownership credits and things like that. So I'm not even going to go into that here. You can see the finished product as I'm going to post this video within the next hour after I finish this live broadcast. So I hope you enjoy the actual release of this video once we get that posted and going. And this has been one hell of a night, and I apologize for, I thought I wasn't still broadcasting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this somewhat traumatic for me live presentation. Hopefully these live broadcasts don't end up that way in the future. So, for example, in about 5 days from this broadcast, I'm going to be doing a live stream of the big Pokemon Presents video presentation that Nintendo is going to be putting out. So hopefully that doesn't go as bad as this happens. So knock on wood and all that jazz. Until the next exciting edition of the NeoBlisseyX vs. Saturday Night Spectacular, this is NeoBlisseyX signing off. Take care, live long and prosper.